Steve Pritchard. They call him the Highlander, and he's got Highlander tattooed across his chest. He kind of looks like the guy on TV in the Highlander. Kind of that modified mohawk haircut. He's a kickboxer. He's the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Kickboxing Champion, and he has a reputation of being a quick starter and a quick finisher.
Well, we know one thing just by looking at where those tattoos are. He's got a high threshold of pain.
He looks like a bad guy, not one you'd want to face in the boxing ring. That's Steve Pritchard out of Austin, Texas. 190 pounds. He's going to be taking on Ed Mitchell out of St. Louis, Missouri, 192 pounds. A 4-round fight. Each round will last about 2 minutes.
This is a gentleman from Austin, Texas. He weighed in at 190 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the Highlander, Steve Pritchard. And introducing his opponent this evening, ladies and gentlemen, this man fighting from the blue corner from Granite City, Illinois. He weighed in at 192 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Ed Mitchell.
Well, this is fought under the kickboxing rules, but it's a part of the ongoing heavyweight bash. The winner of this one will go on in the heavyweight tournament, and on the next trip to Tulsa, they'll be fighting under freestyle fighting rules. This is a kickboxing qualifier.
Now, these guys, obviously, it's heavyweight style, are a little bit slower, but we should see some pretty good power, right?
I think we'll see the Highlander as a heavy hitter. I think we'll see Ed Mitchell try to do a side stance and use the karate kicks to keep him away.
Number 1 underway, and obviously Steve Pritchard, the one who has the tattoos on his back, throws a couple of nice leg kicks right off the bat to the head of Mitchell, who looks right now to be outclassed.
He made a big mistake there turning his back, and I'm surprised at that because Mitchell is a veteran of 30-some kickboxing fights. He's been in a ring, he's been around.
Did a good job of covering up Dale, and at least he's trying to use the leg to keep him away.
Yes, sir.
Mitchell bullies his way in and slows down the action of the ropes as they start back up again.
Boy, Pritchard carries some power in that leg.
He does, and I think that's what has Mitchell a little bit on the defensive. It's not the look. You know, after the first 30 seconds, all the intimidation is over. It's can you fight or not? And I think at this point, Pritchard is showing that he is wanting this fight. He's an aggressor. He wants to get some respect in early.
And referee Copeland stepping in, breaking things up as they clinch.
Beautiful tattoos on Pritchard.
A little too painful looking for me.
That's what maybe it should be Apollo Cook's Karate and Tattoo Parlor, Dale. You might make some money on the side with a guy like that.
I'd want to tattoo Apollo's Karate on everybody's forehead.
Good move by the referee to get out of the way of that one.
Nice little clinch and kick there.
Mitchell went down quickly.
A little sweep to the leg, that's all that was. It wasn't really a knockout.
Pritchard really, I think his strength obviously is in his hitting power with his hands. He's digging some good body shots and worked a couple of good shots to the head. I'm not sure what Mitchell's strong points are. I don't know if we've seen them yet.
Well, I think bravery is number 1. He hasn't backed away. He's at least pushed him into the ropes and stayed after. He could have very well just run from him, and he hasn't.
You're right about that. We'll see what he can do in round number 2. He looks a little confused, though, after one round.
Is it brutal? Is it too violent? Should it be banned? Or is it the sport of the future? Apollo Cook presents Freestyle Fighting. Get real. Brought to you by Crown Auto World. Pepsi, the king of beers, Budweiser. Trammell Crow. Southwest Airlines. Get and Go. And Tulsa's Total Martial Arts Center.
Round number 2 underway. Steve Pritchard out of Austin, Texas, going right after Ed Mitchell with the legs right off the bat. Ooh, good exchange of punches there by both fighters.
They both look good and aware. Both look like they can take a punch.
Well, I don't think Mitchell knows exactly what to do when his back's hit the rope. That's the times I've seen him look like he was confused and scared. And Pritchard definitely has some power in those hands, so there's something there to be concerned about.
And I think the haircut is what scares me the most.
Which guy, the fighter or the referee? I of like the referee style. I think if I come back for my 100th fight, I'm going with the bald look because it's macho, it's cool these days. And so is the left hook by Steve Pritchard.
Now you can do that when they're down, can you not? Can he kick him when he's down?
Well, here's the rule. Once his gloves hit the mat, you cannot touch him. Until the gloves hit the mat, he's fair game for punch, kick, or knee.
So if he's on his backside with his hands up in the air, you can
He's in deep trouble.
That's when you turn over.
That's Now, Eddie Mitchell just landed the best kick of the fight. That was beautiful, and it is a knockdown. He caught him flush.
Absolutely flush, and it was Mitchell's used that leg the whole time, Dale, and it just
Yes,
happened
sir.
in the right place.
This could be a turning point. You know, it's a high risk to throw that high kick unless you set it up. But if you land it, it can turn the fight around for you.
It looks like all he did was make Pritchard mad.
And he keeps trying to use that sweep to knock Pritchard off his feet.
Now, the referee did a good job there breaking him.
Neither one of these guys, though, are taking much advantage of the knee, Dale, and they've been in the position to be able to do that.
You're right. You're right. I hadn't noticed that until now. We haven't seen a knee by either fighter. Ed Mitchell's background is the full contact or PKA version of kickboxing, so he's not used to throwing a lot of knees. Steve Pritchard's background is boxing, and of course kneeing is frowned on there, so maybe neither guy feels comfortable enough to use it, even though it is legal.
And that one wasn't bad.
Round number 3 of 4 between Steve Pritchard and Ed Mitchell here at the Convention Center. I'm Mike Ziegenhorn. Alongside me, Rick Corey, 5-time world kickboxing champ, Dale Apollo Cook.
You know, Zig, there's something I've been wanting to tell you for, 3 years. We've worked together, we've spent time together. I love you, man. Sincerely, it's been a lot of fun working with you and Rick. You guys have been real professionals. I think
Mitchell with the spinning back fist, but Pritchard said he got it with the elbow.
The referee is calling it a knockdown. Oh boy, we got controversy.
Well, if I were Mitchell, I'd cover up because Pritchard's mad now. And it looked like to me, Dale, that there was a little bit of elbow in there, but it wasn't purposeful. He was trying to get the fist.
Yeah, Pritchard's going after him now.
This fight is sure evened up. If you give Mitchell a 10-8 round by virtue of that kick knockdown in the second round, he's winning this fight.
It's back-to-back rounds he's done that, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, and I'm just impressed with Mitchell just staying in there because it looked
absolutely. It was
like
looking bad in round 1, wasn't it, Rick?
He's smiling at him now.
Well, he's not really smiling. I noticed when he started the fight, that's just the way he holds his mouth with that mouthpiece. And if you're the other fighter, that's got to either irritate you or intimidate you. I don't know which.
The Highlander there, Pritchard, he looks like a fighter, doesn't he? He's got the look in his eye and the cut and the twos. He's the complete package as far as looks. And he hits hard, but he's having trouble with the cagey veteran and Ed Mitchell. Mitchell doesn't have the body, he doesn't have the power, but he's been around the block.
Well, he's fighting very smart. He's taking the opportunities given him.
Now, how do you score this?
It looked like Mitchell missed a punch and fell down, and it got countered as a knockdown.
Pritchard's got a little redness above the left side of his eye near his temple. Now, how do you score that? Because both fighters have knocked the other one down.
Oh, that makes it an even round at this point. So what do we got? 30 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever, to determine the winner? Another kick in the ear. That's the kick that knocked him down earlier. I tell you what, that's a tough round to score. Some wild action. I hate to be critical. No. That would be a 10-10 round. If both guys scored a knockdown, it's a 10-10 round. Unless you can take the balance of the round after the knockdowns and give it to one guy or the other, but in 10 seconds, there's no way to do that. I think, honestly, I hate to criticize the referee, but even though I love his hairstyle, he did 2 bad calls on the knockdown. One was an illegal elbow, the other one was pretty much a missed punch. So thank God it balanced out and it'll all be fair in the end. But we got 1 round to go, and who knows who's winning? I don't know.
This should be pretty close to even. If you count the 10-8 both ways, you count that round there, this ought to be a
dead even round, a dead even fight. And there's money on the line here. The loser is out of this heavyweight bash tournament. The winner continues on for the big bucks. There's a lot on the line, and this fourth round should determine who wants it.
This is the fourth and final round between these two guys. They're going to have a lot of training to do before the next one because they got to get into the freestyle.
Oh, I love that sound. Wow. That is the sound of a shin digging into the thigh as one opponent lands a great kick to the leg.
That's not like a firecracker. It hits
That's
so
right. It's
hard.
got Mitchell standing real sideways. I wouldn't be surprised to see him change and put his other leg in front. The left leg's got to be hurting.
There he slipped and wisely covered up his face as he landed right at Pritchard's feet.
Well, Mitchell does the same thing every time he throws that kick and ducks and goes the other way. And Pritchard's gone over the top. If he comes underneath one still, he's going to knock him about 3 feet off the ground.
You know, when Ed Mitchell squares up and faces his opponent and throws punches, he does pretty doggone good. Well, the problem is he keeps trying to box sideways, and you're a one-fisted fighter when you do that. It's going to be punch and grab when you stand sideways.
In fairness, though, that leg has probably kept him alive in this fight.
Yes, you're right. Using that long side kick, it got him the knockdown. There's a minute to go in this one, and Pritchard seems to be the aggressor, and he's landing the better punches right now.
Mitchell, when he's back in the grab, just pretty much just wants to get the action calmed down so he doesn't get knocked out, is what it looks like.
Point away from him.
Uh-oh.
Hold.
We have a penalty point against Ed Mitchell for holding, just for what you're saying. He's trying to survive. He's trying to hold and last out instead of trying to fight back.
30 seconds to go in this
Well,
fight.
we've had each guy scored a knockdown. We had a penalty point. Who knows who's winning this one? I've lost track. I don't have my abacus here.
I think at one point you go to aggressor again, Dale. We talked about that before, and Pritchard has been the aggressor unless something changes drastically here in the last
I
30
would
seconds.
agree with you on that.
10 seconds to go in this one. And it's going to be Pritchard or Mitchell. We'll find out from the judges right after this. How many hours is it? 16?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for two kickboxers.
It's a long flight, man. It's a long flight. He's probably, layovers and everything, he's probably looking at it. He's been awake about 36 hours.
A unanimous decision from the red corner, the Highlander.
Well, I got to say, I think the right guy won the decision there. He was the aggressor, and it was a good fight.